What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so this is going to be one of those videos that, the people who claim I hate LeBron James, they magically never see. Alright? They magically never acknowledge. They magically never give me credit for. While I don't appreciate a lot of stuff that LeBron James does on the basketball court, having said all of that, I commend him for his philanthropy. Even though I don't think he's the only one that does it, but because he's the only one that gets credit for it. But I commend him for his philanthropy. I commend him for being a great father. I commend him for being a wonderful husband and a great businessman. And I love to see generational wealth accrued when it comes to black men and black families in general, black women, what have you. It was a couple of years ago LeBron James was officially considered a billionaire. Going into the tail end of the 2023-24 NBA season, it has now been estimated that LeBron James' net worth, which was once seen as just a little bit over $1 billion, has now soared to nearly $1.8 billion. Reading from an article from fadeawayworld.net, as one of the world's most successful and famous athletes, it doesn't take a genius to guess that LeBron James has earned a lot of money over his 21-year NBA career. But in Sportico's latest ranking of highest paid athletes, the truth of his financial blessings came to light when he came in fifth place with an estimated worth of $1.76 billion. James is the highest paid NBA active player this year, including endorsements, and ranked fourth among all athletes for 2023 earnings at $126 million. His playing career salary will top $500 million next season, while his endorsement portfolio includes AT&T, Beats, Crypto.com, GMC, PepsiCo, and Taco Bell. And he has his own lifetime deal with Nike that pays him more than $30 million annually. And he's not the only athlete who has seen an increase in his net worth. And I'll be doing a video on that shortly. That's my next video. So it's good to see LeBron James prospering financially, even though I don't think he's a GOAT, even though his fans get on my goddamn nerves. It's a good thing. It's a blessing to see these guys. It's a blessing to see what the NBA has become, man, from a financial standpoint. Not from the game, but from a financial standpoint, man. This was a league that struggled for so many years. The 1940s, 1950s. It was even a period of time in the 50s where many people thought the NBA might fold. But because of the efforts of Elgin Baylor and Jerry West and Oscar Robertson and Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell, and the level of play that the game zoomed, 1960s. Player salaries went from a meager $8,000 over 5-6 years back in the 40s and early 50s to $30,000 contracts over 5 or 6 years when Elgin Baylor came around, to the mid 1960s when Wilt and Bill were making $100,000 over 6-7 years. Then it got to the point toward the end of Wilt Chamberlain's career when these guys were making $250,000 over a period of 5 or 6 years, and then went to $500,000 by the mid 70s. Magic was the first $1 million guy, 25-year, $25 million contract. And it got to the point where by the late 80s, these guys was making $2-3 million a year. Then it got to the point where Larry Bird was the highest paid player in the NBA, making $7 million a year in the early 90s. Then it got to the point where these guys were making 10, 11, 12 million. Then of course you had Michael Jordan making $30 million, Pat Ewing $17 million a year. They were making serious money in the 90s. Now these guys are making $50-60 million plus. So salute to the NBA players as far as financial compensation. Tell me what you guys think.